Welcome back to Serenity Firearms. This is James. We're finally going to be taking a look at the Polymer 80 builds that I did. I know there was a very long delay in actually coming out with this video. That was because of some issues I had with the Aftermarket magazines that I purchased for it. Originally I ordered 7 KCI magazines when I ordered the builds, and I had a lot of malfunctions coming out of the KCI mags, primarily based on the spring, which would lock down, and then I would have rounds just falling out, and it wouldn't feed right when I was trying to operate the firearm. I ended up getting in touch with KCI after my last review, and I sent the 7 magazines back in for them to take a look at. And I actually got them back this morning. They sent me all 7 back, and they said that they didn't actually do anything to them. They said that they seem to be operating okay, and they said that just keep putting rounds through them and that spring should loosen up and work right. They also sent me 4 of their 33 round mags for free, just so I could test out and I guess do a review on. So there will be an update coming on the KCI mags related to the 17 rounders. And then also the 33 rounders. They sent me 4 of them. I can't carry the 33 rounders. I certainly won't. About the only use I can come up with for them is to have fun at the range, and I guess if you feel like being gangster. But I will certainly, I'll certainly use them at the range. And I mean, when it comes to the KCI mags, their customer service was excellent. I was very impressed with it. And and we'll see if these magazines do straighten up and operate and function correctly. In the meantime, we're going to do this review. We're able to do this review because I actually picked up 4 of the PMags, and they have actually operated very well. And that's what I've been running in these. Both of these Polymer 80s have had a few hundred rounds at least put through them already. The only difference between them was I have maritime cups in this particular one, whereas the black one actually has stock parts, with the exception of your external, your extended mag release, your extended slide lock. I've actually been very impressed with them. Without leaving out the issues I had with the KCI mags, the functionality of these pistols has been excellent. I haven't had a whole lot of issues. It's really just, that's been my biggest holdup. The few issues I have had with them. On this particular one, I was trying to put it into a Serpa holster for a Glock 17. And I'll start by saying these Polymer 80s do not fit in a Glock 17 holster. They will fit in some Glock 21 holsters, but the frame itself is too thick for the Glock 17 holsters, and the rail that comes on these is so drastically different from your Glock 17 stock firearms that it just, they won't work. But when I was actually trying to put it into a Serpa holster that would work with a Glock 17, I actually nicked the coating on the slide in multiple places, and that was actually with very little force applied to it. And then it got jammed in there, and I was trying to pull it out, and it took some work to get the gun back out. I've also noticed more wear. Well, inside the slide than what you normally would see in your stock Glock. I mean, the coat, because I mean, once again, even the barrel is Swenson, so the coating they used has already started wearing in some places. It hasn't taken a whole lot of time to start seeing the coating come off. Also, on the inside of the slide, I've also seen some wear and tear. I mean, like I said, nothing that affects functionality of the firearm, but enough that if you have a pet peeve related to that, yeah, you might want to look into a different brand other than Swenson for your slide. It doesn't bother me. I've used a lot, I've used some firearms that are beat all to hell, and as long as they function, I have no problem with it. Like I said, the other issues I have, I looked up legal issues related to these in the state of Texas, and I was trying to find out if I could actually conceal carry these, and in the state, I wasn't, and I never really found an answer to it. Not a for sure answer. I'm leaning toward I can't carry these because they don't have serial numbers. So that is also a drawback. You're kind of limited in the use of these. You can take them to the range, shoot them all you want, have fun with them, and you can use them for home defense. But I don't know if I would actually take the risk of carrying these. If you had to use it, you might get in trouble. I would trust it as a concealed carry firearm. I'd have no problem carrying it, but just legally, the lack of numbers is a hesitation that nobody could really for sure answer. Will I end up doing more Polymer 80 builds? Most definitely. Actually, having built these and having used them, I've been impressed with them enough that I'm actually wanting to go do a Glock 19 build with the Polymer frames. I like that size, and so yeah, most definitely. I'm also a huge fan of this cobalt frame. The coloring is nice, and I kind of want to get one of the coyote frame as well, and try that out. But this cobalt frame is it's beautiful. So like I said, it's a matter of if you're wanting one of these that you could actually carry, I don't know if you can do it. But if you're just wanting to do it for the fun of it, I recommend it. For one, you'll learn about firearms building them. If you haven't ever built one before, and like I said, they're very reliable. The price range on them does typically run higher than buying a Glock factory pistol. So it's really a matter of taste, and then you're limited by your ability to sell it because you can't sell these without serial numbers. So once you build them, you're stuck with them. But like I said, I do enjoy them. I will definitely be looking at building some more. Your average price range seems to run closer to $650 to $700 to build one. I got these for extremely cheap. I definitely went a budget route. And I caught the frames at an excellent price. I spent $75 on these frames, whereas they normally run about $120. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, they're great firearms. I love the grip. I certainly prefer it over the factory on the Gen 3s. This is my daily carry, the Glock 21. I definitely prefer the grips on the Polymer 80s over this Gen 3 with the finger grooves. That was actually the biggest holdup I had for years on Glocks, was these finger grooves. I hated them. They don't fit right in my hand. The only thing that finally won me over was the reliability factor on Glocks. You can't argue about how reliable they are. But these stock grips, I'd much rather have one that came with this style grip. And other than that, that's about it when it comes to the Polymer 80s. If you find yourself interested in looking for some aftermarket parts or holsters, we have actually set up a website. It is at serenityfirearms.com, and there isn't a huge selection yet on the website, but we are working on enlarging what we have and what we offer. But feel free to go check it out, and get back with us next time for our future reviews. We're looking at pumping out some more actually on firearms that we have in our own personal collection, as well as reviews on accessories for them. But yeah, don't really think there's too much else to talk about on them. Like I said, they seem to be great firearms. Y'all have a good day. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, aim small, miss small.